asariri, குரல் உண்டு உருவம் இல்லை, the voice. If you'd like to know why I am putting this video, check my earlier video, who am I? Then you will clearly understand why I am doing this. And the link for the video I have given in the description. Today, what is the topic is like, let's try to understand what is soul, where it is, what it does, when it leaves, who separates it, and where it goes. To explain this concept, we need to have a open mind and a few basic understanding. Living being means anything, like a human. It may be a human, an animal, a bird, anything is considered as a living being. For our example, let's always consider it as a human body for ease of use. So human body, what we see is considered as a human, and we give a name, maybe it is he or she, like that, and there will be a name that we consider as a living being. Now, what it comprises of? Okay, as a human body, there is a concept called soul. In a human body, there will be a soul. Okay, what is soul? To understand that particular thing, let us see something practically, a visible picture sort of, so that to understand. So learning will be complete, or it will be better when it is learned through a visual, auditory, and as well as kinesthetic. Kinesthetic is something like which you feel and something like that, but here let's do something auditory as well as visual. So here, this is a human. Okay, this is a living being, is a person who is alive, let's assume like that. In this human or this human body also have internally, there is something called a spirit body, let's say. Okay, during death, what happens is this human dies and the spirit body comes out of it. Or you can say, like, when the spirit body comes out of it, then it is considered as a death. Okay, now the spirit body also has another part, integral part of it, which is, you can see, it is called as a soul. This soul, you can assume something like a pen drive. Okay, this again, the soul consists of two parts. Just I am trying for a visible explanation sort of, I am trying to pull it out. So this you consider as a conscious mind, and this as a subconscious mind. And again, this is not the shape of the soul or mind or something like that. Just one pictorial representation of it, I am trying to explain it. Okay, so this spirit body will have a soul inside it, and this, on death, death of this human, this spirit body gets separated from this, and what happens? This spirit body will travel. Okay, where it travels, there are two options. Option A, it goes to a spirit world. Okay, if it goes to a spirit world, then what it is like you have to understand, in Hinduism there is a concept called rebirth. Like, so the spirit body enters the spirit world, stays there for a few years, and how many years and all those things I have put in the earlier Ouija board explanation. There you can see if you are interested in that. And after that, what happens is, whenever it is time to take a birth, it again enters this earth into another mother's womb. Okay, and again a child, it is born as a child. Okay, now if it is complete that cycle, like life cycle, I am saying, like a rebirth cycle, then it will travel to another place which is called as, that you can consider it as a moksham or liberation, or a place where there is no more rebirths. Okay, so there is only option A or option B. So it depends upon this soul, whatever experience, knowledge and all those things that we will see later when it will go to a place, spirit world, or something above spirit world, that we will see later. But as of now, it either of these two places it will enter. Okay, so the spirit body, it is separated from a human, then it becomes a human body. This becomes a human body. This is a spirit body which also has a soul in it. Okay, now who does this separation? Okay, in all religious belief, there will be always saying like there will be a couple of persons. In I think in Hinduism we call them as yama kingararhal. I mean, like there is a world called yama, and the king or the ruler of that place is called as Yama Dharmaraja, and he sends a couple of persons to pick up a spirit or soul, you can say. And I think in Western ideology they call them a soul reaper. So it's all the same. The name and the concepts may be slightly different, but the entire, that fundamental concept exists in all the, more or less in all the religion, and they have this kind of belief. Okay, now so this spirit body with along with the soul will be separated from this human, and then this is picked up. So who picks up? As I said, like either you can call them as soul reaper or yama kingararhal. And how they picks up this soul? Actually, it's ripped apart from this particular part. Okay. Normally, there is a concept in Hinduism. There is a few concepts like there are 9 holes in a human body, and this spirit travels out through one of these orifices, like that sort of. But that is not exactly the right version. Actually, this spirit body is ripped apart from the human, and this becomes a human body. No more, it doesn't have any life, and this is the spirit body with the soul which travels across. Now, to explain it little bit more clearly, or to understand what do you call as that health, all those things, let's say. Okay, now something happens to this human body. Let's say, like as of now, this is a human, and let's say, for example, his leg is paining, or his spinal cord has some sort of pain, like that. Then what he does, he goes to a doctor. So the doctor, physician, works on this physical body of this human. Okay, now there is another thing called spirit world body, right? Sometimes this, not sometimes, most of the time, whenever this person gets sick, means first the attack or sickness happens in the spirit body, then only that is superimposed on the human body. So let's say this has some sort of aura. Okay, everybody would have known it. The aura power is infinite. Okay, or you can consider it as a light circling around this body. Something happens to this aura also will affect the human. Okay, so there is something called aura cleansing and all those things, that concept, healing, all those things are applied in this kind of body. Now, some person may get psychological impact, or what do you call it? They may be coming across a trauma, something bad happens in their life. That event gets recorded as a trauma in their mind. That is what here it is. That basically that conscious mind understands something as sad or good or happiness, all those things, and transfers that to the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is very powerful, and if it gets affected, then what happens is this spirit body gets affected, as well as this human also gets affected, and the psychological impact will also affect the spirit body as well as the human body. That we'll see at later parts and other things, like how something can be cured by talking to the subconscious mind, or how a spirit, if something everything is okay with that subconscious mind and all, but something happens in the spirit body, then how the aura needs to be checked, or how, what is the EMF, electromagnetic force of each person, that has to be calculated, and that can be treated on this. And apart from that, as we said, like we know a physician or something like that. So coming to the conclusion, another point I think we left, who we saw, who will pick up that particular soul from this, and where it reaches also we have seen, but we have not seen when this will be happening. Okay, when this will be happening, who will reap or rip apart, that we know. As when means there is a lifetime calculation, or what you call as for each person who takes a birth is in this world, there is a lifetime calculation. So that after that lifetime, suppose let's say like a person has lived 72 years and 3 months, that is a lifetime he is supposed to live in this world. Then that particular day, a command is given to that soul reapers or yama kingarargal. That 2 person will come and rip apart this spirit body and take this to the appropriate world, like option A or option B, like that they will take it. This is the concept of what is soul, and how it lives, or where it goes, and all those things we have seen. We can see more and more details, like how something happens in this world, that is recorded in this part, right? So that is considered as a karma. Okay, very simple saying, like in English, if you do good, then you get back good. If you do a bad, then you get the bad. Something you send around comes back to you, something like that. All those concepts are revolved around this karmic theory. Okay, and what is good and what is bad, again there are a lot of concepts. How to calculate a karmic event or action or result, that and all we can see it at a later part. But if you understand Tamil, then I have put something like how much sin is in a chicken food, like that sort of. It's just or controversial, or to understand how the karma theory works, you can go and check it out. And if you don't understand Tamil, then just wait. In few days I may translate it to English and put it in the same channel. Okay, talk to you in some other day on some other topic. Bye. Asariri மீண்டும் ஒலிக்கும். The voice will return.